Big story, Reg, Sean, and Pauline. On our show, no Snow White, but we've got... Ito, no Snow White ng grade school. We've got the latest scores from the NBA, plus another suspended player in UAAP basketball.
And we've got updates on Filipina tennis sensation Alex Ayala's latest campaign.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Bea Escudero sitting in for Cheska Liton Calao.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves. Intermote puts it on. Unbelievable. On the left side. Oh, the pass! Stuck in another one. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the win.
The perfect start continues for the defending champions, the Oklahoma City Thunder. OKC withstood a furious rally by the Dallas Mavericks here to ultimately secure a 101-94 win. Thunder led by as many as 22 points before Dallas trimmed it to just 6 with under 3 minutes to play. D'Angelo Russell cut that even further to just 1 point after a floater with 54 ticks to go. But Isaiah Hartenstein answering here with a lefty layup on the other end. OKC was then able to recover the ball and ice the game with free throws. Hart finished with 16 points and 12 rebounds, while fellow big man Chet Holmgren putting up 18 markers, 11 boards, and 4 blocks. Reigning MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander top scoring with 23 points to go along with 8 assists. OKC improved to its 4th win in as many games. As for the Dallas Mavs, well, they sank to a 1-3 win-loss slate. Top pick Cooper Flagg got a taste of last year's best defense as the Thunder limited him to just 2 points.
Consistency. I think we've been through a lot as a team. We work. I think Mark does a great job of preparing us for those situations. I mean, first of all, we don't want to be in a situation where we give up a lead like that. But at the end of the day, we trust each other, and I think that's also what makes Shai so special, that he trusts us as a team. I mean, I think a lot of other superstars might force it or try to do it themselves, but I think Shai does a great job of finding that mix of trusting us, and then we know he can always make a big shot if we need it.
Meanwhile, the Jamal Murray-Nikola Jokic show did it again for the Denver Nuggets in their win against the Minnesota Timberwolves. The final score here was 127-114. Minnesota actually started out strong, even leading by 8 at halftime. Then the blue arrow struck. Murray erupted for 23 points in the third quarter alone to push the Nuggets back to the driver's seat. Tim Hardaway was also red hot in that third quarter, nailing 15 of his 20 total points on 5-for-5 shooting. The Wolves had one last fight in them, trailing by just 3 early in the fourth. But Denver answered with a 10-0 run to restore order and eventually get the win. Murray finished with 43 points and 6 rebounds, while Jokic had 25 points, 19 rebounds, and 10 assists for his third triple-double in as many as 3 games. He now has 167 for his career, third on all-time list. As for the Wolves, they did play without superstar Anthony Edwards, who will miss at least a week with a strained right hamstring. With this win, the Nugs improved to a 2-1 win-loss record, while Mini fell to 2-2.
We're just being more aggressive, honestly. Space the floor a little bit. I think my teammates did a good job of screening me, getting me open. Obviously, they were making shots in the second half, which helped. So, I didn't really change anything. They just started to shoot more and saw it fall. So
Nikola Jokic, another triple-double. He has started the season now with 3 straight. Does it ever surprise you just the milestones that he continues to reach?
Everything he does is just so easy. So it's amazing to play with him. It's so much fun, and he's a great team player. He gets everybody involved, and that's a lot of reason for our success.
18 more teams hit the hardwood today in the NBA.
Let's take a look at the results on your screens right now. Here it is. The Cleveland Cavaliers beating the Detroit Pistons 116-95 behind Donovan Mitchell's 35 points. Tyrese Maxey dropping 43 points and 8 dimes, and the Philadelphia 76ers 136-124 victory over the Orlando Magic. And as you can see at the bottom of your screens, the Chicago Bulls are off to their best start in 4 years, topping the Atlanta Hawks for their third straight win, 128 to 123. Meanwhile, a balanced attack by the Houston Rockets propel H-Town to a 137 to 109 blowout win over the Brooklyn Nets.
The Boston Celtics get on the board after demolishing the New Orleans Pelicans 122 to 90. Victor Wembanyama stars again in the San Antonio Spurs 121 to 103, beating the Toronto Raptors. Lowry Markkanen drops a career high of 51 points as the Utah Jazz outlast the Phoenix Suns in overtime 138 to 134. And the Golden State Warriors use a furious third quarter attack to run away from the Memphis Grizzlies 131 to 118. And lastly, Drew Holiday and the Portland Trail Blazers take out the overly short-handed, ang sakit nito, Los Angeles Lakers 122 to 108.
Sakit talaga mga Laker fan to si
Oo.
Snow White. Meantime, the NBA has begun reviewing league policies on sports betting regulations in a memo sent out to all 30 teams and obtained by ESPN. The league said it is looking into policies on injury reporting as well as training and education of all NBA personnel and safety measures for players. The NBA believes every effort must be made to ensure that all NBA personnel are fully aware of the dire risks that gambling can impose upon their careers, and that players are protected from harassment by bettors. The league added that there is more to be done to protect the integrity not just of the NBA but also its affiliated leagues. It cited proposition bets in particular as something that merits heightened integrity concerns and additional scrutiny. Proposition or prop bets are wagers placed on a specific event or outcome within a game and not on the actual final result. The review also includes looking at how artificial intelligence and other tools can help detect improper activities. This comes on the heels of the arrest of Portland Trail Blazers head coach Chauncey Billups and Miami Heat guard Terry Rozier. Billups and Rozier were nabbed as part of a sports gambling and betting investigation. Both were put on administrative leave by the NBA and have denied wrongdoing.
Moving on to volleyball, the 2025 Spikers Turf Invitational Conference officially opens with an exciting triple header at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. The reigning champions, the Signal Super Spikers, kicked off their title defense with a 4-set win over the VNS Griffins, 25 to 23, 25 to 15, 27 to 29, and 25 to 14. Wendell Miguel led the way with 17 points, while J.M. Ronquillo added 15 as Signal ushered in Super Spikers era. Meanwhile, the crisscross King Crunchers leaned on their veterans to turn back PGJC Navy 25 to 15, 23 to 25, 25 to 23, and 25 to 14. Jaron Rinquinton tallied 17 points while reigning MVP Jude Garcia had 15 markers. Mark Espejo, still recovering from his World Championship stint, came off the bench to add 11 points despite a taped elbow. And lastly, the Alpha Insurance Protectors pulled off an upset over Savage Spin Doctors, 19 to 25, 25 to 23, 26 to 24, and 25 to 22. Barbie San Andres showed out with 19 points, 9 digs, and 11 receptions, while Billy Anima came up clutch with a block for match point. We have more volleyball games for you after this quick break. Updates on today's action at the PBL Reinforced Conference next here on Play by Play.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play, only on One News. NU's Jello Santiago will miss the rest of the second round of the UAAP men's basketball tournament. In Season 88, the league has suspended Santiago for 5 games for hitting Ateneo's Waki Espina during the Bulldogs game against the Blue Eagles on Sunday. The incident happened in the third period. Both players had fallen to the floor. Then as he got up, Santiago used his forearm, as you can see here in the slow-mo, to strike the back of Espina's head. There it is. Santiago was then ejected from that game, but the Bulldogs still ended up winning without him 66-50. The suspension covers NU's upcoming second round games when they take on LaSalle, Adamson, FEU, UE, and UST. Santiago can play again this season if NU makes it to the Final Four. The Bulldogs are currently the #1 team in the standings with a record of 7-2.
Meantime, the De La Salle Green Archers and the UE Red Warriors will go head-to-head tomorrow for the first time since their controversial first-round clash. Their rematch will take place at 4:30 p.m. at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. The last time that these two teams met, La Salle clawed back from a 21-point down to win the game in overtime. But the Archers did lose Kian Baclaan to a season-ending injury after the Warriors captain Welo Lingo landed on his knee. Lingo is still out as he serves the third and final game of his suspension for hurting Baclaan. UE head coach Chris Gavina will likewise miss the game against La Salle because of his own ban for his tirade after their first-round contest. The Warriors have yet to win after 8 games this season, while the Archers are riding a 3-game win streak. However, La Salle head coach Topex Robinson admits UE turns into a different team whenever they face off.
Parang meron kami palaging score to settle with UE. You know, every time we play UE, they always have a breakout game. So that's why we're gonna remind each and everyone it's gonna be a roller coaster experience for us. So making sure that we have so much respect for the team. You know, they've always came out blazing against us. So it's the way we're gonna honor this game. You know, this game has been good to us, and we have to respect it. And that's the way we're gonna look at how we're going to play UE on Wednesday. They're always going to be a deadly team against La Salle.
3 more games are on tap in the UAP's men's and women's basketball tomorrow. Women's plays will start at 8 in the morning with the FEU Lady Tamaraws facing the Ateneo Blue Eagles. Then at 10 a.m. it is the defending champions, the NU Lady Bulldogs, taking on the UP Fighting Maroons. At 2 p.m., the USC Growling Tigers will try to bounce back against the Adamson Soaring Falcons. These games will likewise take place at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. You can catch all the games, the UAP games, men's and women's basketball, live on One Sports, the UAP Varsity Channel, and the Pilipinas Live app. The Akari Chargers are back on track in the 2025 PVL Reinforced Conference. The Chargers bounced back strong, sweeping Galleries Tower 25-11, 25-23, and 25-23 once again to improve to a 3-1 in Pool B. After a 5-set heartbreaker to Petrogas last week, Akari started hot, dominating the opening set by 14 points. But the high-risers refused to go down easily, pushing the Chargers to the limit in the next 2 frames. Down 19-23 in the third set, Akari unleashed a 6-point run behind Gretchel Sotonis' serve. Annie Mitchum then blocked Jean Assis to earn match point before Ced Domingo sealed the deal with a quick attack off a broken play. Mitchum top scored with 14 points, while Eli Soyud added 12 markers and 4 aces. Setter Mars Alba ran the offense to perfection with 20 excellent sets.
Goal namin is yung ma-sweep namin yung lahat ng games natin, I mean yung remaining games, but still we have to work on doon sa mga attitude din namin towards the game, and attitude din namin within our teammates, and parang mahirap pa kasi ngayon i-align lahat because meron kaming binabago sa sistema. So, very fortunate ako si Mars kasi yung namin, yung setter namin, and congrats and POG ka. And nakukuha kasi niyan ngayon yung adjustment namin na ginagawa. Malaking advantage kayo sa character kasi alam natin na hindi matatapos yung game na gano'n na lang yung magiging result. So maganda rin yung advantage ngayon na nakukuha din namin yung momentum, isa. And nakikita din yung character kung paano mag-hold yung team sa situation na katulad ganyan.
Meantime, the Zeus Coffee Thunderbells stay perfect at 4-0. The Thunderbells remain unstoppable after sweeping the Petrogas Angels here 25-22, 25-21, and 25-20. Zeus Coffee were tested early on but turned to their trademark closing spurt in the third set. Thunderbells broke a 17-16 game wide open with a 4-0 run to build a 21-16 lead. Import and De Beer fired back-to-back attacks to bring them to match point. And after Petrogas saved two, the American Spikers sealed the sweep with a deep cross-court kill. De Beer finished with 23 points for third straight 20-plus game, while Jovelyn Gonzaga anchored Zeus Coffee's floor defense with 9 points, 9 digs, and 6 receptions.
Unang-una siguro grateful talaga ako sa commitment ng bawat isa. Pagdating sa training, unang-una siguro grateful talaga ako sa commitment ng bawat isa. Pagdating sa training, i-credit ko din yung mga second stringers namin, yung second wave namin. Na pagdating sa training, sila talaga yung pumupukpok sa amin. Puksaan talaga kung puksaan. So, inuubos nila kami para pagdating sa laro, alam na namin yung gagawin. So, credit to them. And pangalawa, yung first six talaga yung tiyaga, yung patience, pagdating. And yung utak namin, yung center namin sa loob ng court. And yung discard ni coach talaga. Grabe talaga si coach mag-aral sa rotation namin. And all. So, it's a total team effort and I'm so grateful. Unang-una siguro yung support ng management, all out talaga. So, kumaga nag-give back lang din kami kung gano'n nila kami supportahan, yun din ibabalik namin. Pangalawa yung pagdating ni Ana. Yung attitude kasi ni Ana napakaganda eh. So, accountable si Ana. So, kami bawat isa nagiging accountable na rin. And alam namin yung responsibility namin pagdating sa court. So, siguro yun.
And for the last game of the triple header, the Creamline Cool Smashers and the Cherry Pico Crossovers are battling it out in a crucial Pool B clash. The Crossovers were on the board first after securing the first set, 25-23, but the Cool Smashers would come roaring back to tie the game after a 25-23 second set win. With momentum on their side, Creamline took the third set as well with another close 25-23 victory. The fourth set is currently ongoing. Both Creamline and Cherry Pico are coming off victories in their previous matches. Still to come, it was a golden day for Team Philippines in Bahrain. A look into the country's gold medal victories in the third Asian Youth Games. That and more when play-by-play returns here on One News. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. Welcome back. The top 50 beckons for Alex Ayala. The Philippine tennis star climbed to a new career best, world number 51, moving up 2 spots in the latest WTA rankings. Ayala's ascent continues even after a string of early exits, playing just 1 singles match in each of her last 3 tournaments. The 19-year-old fell to Japan's Moyuka Uchijima in the Wuhan Open qualifiers. She then lost in the round of 32 in 2 WTA 250 events, namely to Teresa Valentova in the Japan Open and Claire Liu in the Guangzhou Open. Her last deep run came at the Suzhou Open, where she reached the quarterfinals before falling to Switzerland's Victoria Golubic. Ayala now shifts her focus to the singles draw of the Hong Kong Open, where she faces British star Katie Boulter. The Hong Kong tournament will be Ayala's final stop this season. The youth movement is in full swing for the Magnolia Hotshots. Magnolia has traded 3-and-D guy Aris Jonicio to the Titan Ultra Giant Risers in exchange for rookie Chris Kuhn. The 4th overall pick in the 2025 PBA draft has been averaging 7.6 points and 4 rebounds per game this season. Jonicio, on the other hand, was Magnolia's 9th overall pick in the 2019 draft and is a one-time PBA All-Star. He has seen limited action for this conference, appearing in only 3 games. Kuhn is expected to make his Hotshots debut on Friday against the Phoenix Fuel Masters.
All NBA lineup again at tonight's highlight reel. Let's start with Lauri Markkanen. Attacking right away, quick slam on the other end for Utah. Solid big game here for Lauri Markkanen. Take a look at that slam all the way. Grayson Allen couldn't do a thing there. Markkanen attacking the entire Suns defense. Doesn't matter here. Markkanen exploding with a career-high 51 points. Also with a double-double, 14 rebounds for Lauri. 3 assists as Jazz beat the Suns in OT, 138 to 134. Bad start for Phoenix, struggling so far. Up next, Bulls and the Hawks in Chicago. Matas Buzelis against, a really good defender there. But take a look at that move again by Matas Buzelis. Wow, Buzelis. He is showing some signs of maybe potential future All-Star with a reverse two-handed flush. Buzelis finishing with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists as the Bulls beat the Atlanta Hawks at home, 128 to 123. By the way, that was against Jalen Johnson. Okay, up next, let's go to the next play. Let's go to Minnesota, taking on the Denver Nuggets. Look at Jokic. The roll by Cam Johnson, behind the back. Great play there from the Joker. Take a look at that play again. Timing it perfectly. Randall had no idea where that pass was going. DiVincenzo tried to help defense here, leaving his man, but no, too late. Cam Johnson, quick roll to the basket. Good play. Johnson had 5 points. Jokic, another day at the office. 25 points, 19 rebounds, 10 assists for Joker. That's his 3rd triple-double in as many games this season already. Kakasimula pa lang ng season. Nuggets, down the Wolves, 127 to 114. Moving on to the OKC Thunder Dallas Mavericks matchup. Chet Holmgren up fake, attacking the #1 pick. Cooper flagged the entire OKC bench, as you can see, up on their feet. Chet with a poster on Cooper. Welcome to the NBA moment for Cooper. Flag there. Nothing he can do against Chet Holmgren. Finishing with that slam, eluding his initial defender, which was PJ Washington. Take a look. Up fake on Washington, bit on that fake, and then all the way, muntik pang matapilok. Si Holmgren, who had 18 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks. The defending champs hold off the Mavs here, 101 to 94 for their 4th win in as many games. Solid start for the OKC Thunder, trying and gunning for a back-to-back. Lastly, of course, Victor Wembanyama. Basta may laro ang San Antonio at naglalaro si Wembanyama, dapat may highlight. Wemby, 360 layup, eluding his initial defender there. Again, was a monster. Then Barnes tried to help on the last line of defense. Nope. Wala na magagawa. 7-5, moving that way. French phenom at it again. Monster, 24 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. He leads everybody now. So far, siya yung MVP frontrunner so far, early on the season pa lang. But with the numbers he's been delivering for San Antonio, and tuloy-tuloy ang panalo nila, so far so good for Wembanyama. As the Spurs contain the Raptors here in San Antonio, 121 to 103. Back.
And before we go, a gold rush for the Philippines Muay team at the 3rd Asian Youth Games in Bahrain. The Philippines racked up 3 gold and 2 silver medals from the Muay events. Zeth Gabriel Bueno and Lyle Annie Nina came through with a couple gold medals in Muay Crew. Jan Brix Ramescal and Tyrone Hamburillo then paired up for the 3rd gold, winning the team Muay final. Ramescal delivered another medal, this time a silver, in the individual boys 16 to 17 final. Jasmine Dagame also nabbed silver in the girls 16 to 17 event. Meanwhile, weightlifter Alexandra Diaz secured a bronze in the girls' 48-kilogram category. Diaz successfully lifted 92 kilos in the clean and jerk event, good enough for 3rd behind China and Korea. As of this morning, the Philippines has taken 19 medals built on 6 golds, 6 silvers, and 7 bronzes. Once again, congratulations to all the winners.
Galing.
Grabe,
talaga.
no?
Oo, grabe. Sunod, no?
Sunod.
Gold rush sa Muay. 3rd Asian Youth Games sa Bahrain. Pinag-usapan nga natin to the past few days.
Yes.
Na this is a really good start for yung grassroots. Yung
Yes,
as early,
that's
di ba?
right.
Malay mo, baka eventually sa SEA Games, sa Asian Games, sa Olympics na, di ba? Tuloy-tuloy. So,
And I love that we're finally, hearing more
yes.
medals come for the
yes.
Philippines.
So, ilan na? 6 golds, 6 silvers, and
7
7 bronze.
bronze.
Total of
Grabe.
19. Congratulations once again to Team Philippines Muay team at the 3rd Asian Youth Games in Bahrain, and also Team Philippines, of course. That's all from us tonight, mga kapatid. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of the day's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV Channel 8 on SD and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Bea Escudero sitting in for Cheska Liton Calao. Thank you all for watching, mga kapatid.